What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video, we're going to be unboxing some more Funko Pops as I catch up with my weekly pickups. Alright guys, welcome back to another Funko Pop unboxing here on the channel. This is kind of becoming a weekly themed video every Sunday where I show off my Funko Pops from the previous week, unless we do have something a little bit themed. Recently we had One Piece, Spider-Man, we did that Batman Funko Pop on Friday, but yeah, we have another, I think 15 items to get through, and as always, we'll start with the things I'm not going to be taking closer looks at today. Starting with the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi soda, which is limited to 9,000 pieces. Now, the reason I'm not going to be opening up this on today's video is because I am saving it for a Star Wars themed soda video. You guys won't see it. Off to my right, I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, yeah, the 3-litre Wampa. So this Obi-Wan is the 7th soda to add to that video, and I was thinking, when should I actually do the video? Most probably I was thinking maybe a week before Star Wars Celebration, which would be early April, but then I thought we do have a Star Wars Celebration next week, but it's actually Mandalorian themed, and none of these sodas are Mandalorian themed, so I'm not too sure. I guess what I'm saying is that that video will either drop the first week of March or the first week of April. Either way, make sure you guys stay tuned. And then we have a few other sodas not Star Wars related. We have Shoto Todoroki, which is limited to 12,500 pieces. We did also pick up the Two-Face from the Batman animated series, limited to 5,500 pieces. And lastly, I did pick up the 3-litre soda. It was still in the box there, of the Maleficent Dragon. Yeah, these, they do have piece counts actually, 15,000 pieces. This was a New York Comic Con exclusive. None of these sodas have been opened up today because, again, we're saving them for a specific soda video. If you guys have been watching for a while, I've been saying we're going to open up 25 unique Funko sodas at some point. Now, I teased the video for the end of December. Didn't quite come. End of January, didn't quite come. End of February, we're here now. Yeah, we're not going to come either. I think this puts me up to 20 sodas, if I'm not mistaken, so I want to get 5 more. I could have easily got some of like the What If ones, the Wakanda Forever ones, the ones that don't have piece counts. I'm not too bothered by that, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think soda cans should all have piece counts, or are you not too bothered with these kind of mass release ones they're doing? It's just, I feel like I've got all of the What If Funko Pops. I don't really collect too much of the MCU stuff, so I wasn't too bothered by those kind of mass-produced sodas. I will be interested in the Clone Wars ones when they do drop. But yeah, guys, now 25 unique sodas. We opened that up. It's been a good 6 months, I think. There's a link to it if you guys did want to check it out. It was a pretty fun video. But yeah, we're about 5 sodas away. So I'm hoping end of March, early April is when this video should finally drop, where we open up 25 unique sodas, see how many chases we can pull. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that one as well. And the last item we're not going to be taking closer looks at, I picked up the Lizard from the Final Battle series from Spider-Man No Way Home. We did actually pick up the Spider-Man figure already, the Electro and Sandman. Sandman I think has been released on Pop Culture in Australia. I imagine it will drop in the UK so far, but we have seen those glam shots of Sandman and Electro. And then we have, what? The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Doc Ock will come next, and then Green Goblin and the Amazing Spider-Man to finish off the set. And that is when we're going to be taking closer looks at this, because I want to finish the set and then do a full unboxing and review of it. So again, make sure you stay tuned for that video. Alright then guys, what do we get into first? You know what, we'll do this. We don't have any other Star Wars Pops to show off. I did pick up the Darth Tyrannus from the Red Saber series. I'll show you guys the back of the box because this was actually the 4th figure released in the set. You'll see the Darth Vader one is just a silhouette, but that has also since released. Now, I really wasn't sure if I was going to start collecting this set. I still am not sure if I'm going to start collecting this set, but we do have the Darth Tyrannus here. I actually pre-ordered it on Danny and Jazz. I think I was trying to get above the shipping threshold, and I just saw it on there with something else that I really wanted, so I thought, you know what, I'll grab it. These do look fairly cool, even though I hadn't seen them up close. And yeah, now looking at it, it is pretty cool. Yeah, I may get them. I don't know. I do like all of the 5 characters that they've done. I imagine we'll get like a green saber series, maybe a blue saber series to come as well. As we're going around the back, I don't know if they're all like on Mustafar, because it's like a lava style base that they have. The you can kind of tell his, actually, yeah, behind the cape, you can tell he has his curved lightsaber, which is pretty cool. It's very kind of unique. Darth Tyrannus. Of course, played by the late Christopher Lee, or Count Dooku. I guess we know him more as Count Dooku, I think, rather than Darth Tyrannus, right? Or at least he's referred to more as Count Dooku. Yeah, it is a pretty cool pop. You know what? I may start collecting them. I'm just not 100% sure. These kind of deluxe things, they are bigger, and I have started to get a lot more into the collection, and I'm already really struggling for room, but they do look cool, to be perfectly honest. Let's just quickly check out the glow. Here we go then, guys. I think it is just the lava and the lightsaber that glows, and we know red doesn't hold too well, but here we go. Boom. Look at that. The lava looks really good. And you know what? The lightsaber, I mean, it's dimming, but it's probably holding a bit better than I've seen some red glow before. But yeah, it's almost out now. But the lava looks really good. It actually looks quite real. I think they've done a good job with that. But I guess it's like not the most amazing glow when you think of other glow Funko Pops, but it is still a nice touch, and it is a pretty cool looking pop. And we'll stick with the Disney-owned properties, although we're jumping back to Marvel, because I did pick up 2 of the newly released Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest Collection figures. Here we have Iron Man as well as Thor, and they both come with pins as well. I think we've had Black Panther announced. Was there another? I can't entirely remember off the top of my head. I just thought these things looked really cool. Now, a couple of things to say. These were purchased off FunkoEurope.com, and as you guys can see, they come with the special edition stickers, not the Amazon sticker, even though the listing on Funko Europe actually shows the Amazon sticker. I think that is a little bit cheeky, but I was thinking, I feel the special edition sticker kind of works with these ones, to be honest. The one thing that does annoy me, though, I really like that Avengers Collection sticker right there, but for some reason the one on Thor, they've made it smaller. I guess because of like this glam shot here kind of comes out more than the Iron Man one, but that's the only thing that does annoy me. But then the stickers, I guess they do also cover up the pin, but I would take the pin out anyway and have it as a separate part of the collection. If you guys did want to see the back, there's no other figures on the back. It just has a glam shot with a bunch of kind of comic style design panels with some of the other characters, as well as the Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest Collection logo. That's the correct word to say. And there's a quick look at the 2 pins for you guys, but they do match the Funko Pops, which we'll take closer looks at now. Starting with Iron Man, because it was the first one that was released, and something just called me to these figures. I really, really do like the detail on them, almost kind of like the retro comic style look. I think they're just very, very cool. I'm a big, big comic book fan. That's not to say I'm not a big MCU fan. I really do enjoy the MCU as well. I just don't collect too much of the MCU. I just didn't start that collection long enough. Although I've been collecting Pops for, I think, like 6 or so years now, I just never really collected any of the MCU ones, and to go back now would just be ridiculous. I may do if I won the lottery or something, but yeah, some of those super expensive now. But I do collect a few figures here and there, like a few versions of characters if I happen to like them. And yeah, I don't know, these ones just really cool to me. Iron Man here on this like Avengers base, which is really cool. He's jetting off. We've got some smoke, the jet propulsion, just that color scheme as well with the blacks. It's almost like inked on, right, with the colors, just very comic book like. Yeah, like I said, something really called me to these figures. Similarly with the Thor one, a very classic look, the helmet, the wings, again, those black etchings in there. It's almost like inking from a comic book. Swinging Mjolnir there. They've even got that swing effect going on where they've essentially given it like a translucent style design, so it makes it look like it swings. That is very, very cool. Again, on this kind of stone Avengers base. Just really cool figures. The cape there, the blacks in it. I just really, really like them. I don't really know what else to say. They're nice and colourful, vibrant. They just look very, very cool. I was looking at some of the retro Star Wars ones recently because I wasn't too sure if I was going to collect those, and I've seen more and more images, more and more videos of them on YouTube, and I have to say I really like those ones as well. But yeah, whether I'll go back and get them, not too sure, but I will definitely be collecting the rest of these Avengers ones. Next up, guys, we are shifting from Marvel to DC. I picked up the 2016 New York Comic Con exclusive Joker figure from the famous Killing Joke comic book, written by the great Alan Moore, illustrated by the great Brian Boland, with that awesome artwork there on the back. I do actually have a limited signed art print of that, but it's somewhere in the loft at the moment. And look at that, guys. This figure is so, so cool. Joker in this kind of vacation, holiday style, touristy outfit with a camera, with a beverage. I think it was maybe whiskey. I can't entirely remember. It's been an age since I read the graphic novel, the comic. It is actually over to my right. A lot of my DC comics are on the right, but it's very, very small, so I actually can't really see it right now. I think it was only maybe 4 issues or something like that, but a very kind of iconic, controversial comic for its time period. Speaking of controversial, they did make an animated version of it, and that did cause controversy. I thought it was pretty good, but there was that one scene where Batman actually has sex with Batgirl, and it was like, yeah, was that really necessary? It wasn't in the original story either. And I felt, to the whole grand scheme of things, it certainly did make it a little bit unnecessary. But like I said, the comic book itself was controversial. It's when Joker actually shoots Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, and he paralyzes her. She eventually goes into a wheelchair and becomes Oracle, etc., etc. But he then takes pictures of her, which he then uses to torture Jim Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, Barbara's father. That's the reason why the Pop has the camera. But I think in one of the original panels, they even showed like a bare breast or something like that. I don't think it's in my version, but I think it was in like an original comic, like maybe the original comic version, something like that. You can see the images online if you, for whatever reason, want to. But yeah, very controversial for the time, like the late 80s. I mean, I guess it would be controversial today, right? But they do have DC Black Label now, which is a bit more of like an adult-orientated thing. Let us not forget Batwang, obviously. But yeah, guys, very, very cool figure. Very, very happy to get it and add it into my Batman collection. Next up, we've got a bunch of Funko Shop exclusives, though we can still sit with the DC theme. This one was a freebie. It is the DC Comics Bombshell Pops with Purpose Batwoman. And I'll give you guys a quick spin of the figure. You've probably seen it quite a bunch of times. It is fairly old. It released back in 2021. Part of the DC Comics Bombshells line. Pops with Purpose, of course, supporting breast cancer. I got it as a freebie because I spent over £60 on an order. And then I was thinking, hold on. If you bought this pop, wasn't like proceeds to then like go towards charity, go towards breast cancer? But it actually doesn't say it on the back. It does say, in celebration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, pardon me, Funko is funding 1,000 hours of breast cancer research through a $50,000 donation to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, whose mission is to prevent and cure breast cancer by advertising the world's most promising research, regardless of sales. So there we go. None of the sale proceeds really go. They're just donating that one-time $50,000, which they probably did back in 2021. But yeah, the Bombshells line has been pretty popular. This is just, of course, with the whole pink theme to go with breast cancer awareness. We do have another Funko Shop exclusive Pops with Purpose figure, as I picked up the Eric Easy E Wright figure with that Pops with Purpose sticker, which is pretty cool. And there you go, guys. Such a cool figure. You probably don't know, but I was a big fan of NWA back in the day. I'm a huge Dr. Dre fan. Love Dre. Love his music. All the artists he promotes. Snoop Dogg, Eminem. Quite a big rap fan, but more from rap back in the day. I'm not such a big fan of like the current scene. Like music tastes as well, for me, they're varied. I love all types of music. It's more like the artists and the songs rather than genres for me. You know what, I think about it, that's kind of the same within comic books, films, TVs, etc, etc. But anyway, you're not really here for my tastes. Yeah, very cool figure. I love it. The cap, Compton, the chain, mic in the hand with the fingerless gloves. Just looks really, really cool. I have to say, I was surprised that the figure didn't sell out. It may even still be available, but it didn't sell out quick, whereas a lot of these Pops with Purpose figures do typically sell out quick. I know the Einstein one did from Back to the Future, but I was thinking maybe that the, like Back to the Future is a huge franchise, loved by many. NWA, like a 80s rap group, probably not like as popular, shall we say, more genre defined maybe, if you guys know what I mean. But like with all Pops with Purpose, this does have a purpose. Let me read the back to you now. And by back, I meant back of the box. It says here, Funko has partnered with Colour Compton, a non-profit organisation grounded in exploring the narratives and stories of black and brown communities through the arts. In Colour Compton's words, our mission is to challenge the limited narratives of our communities by serving as a pillar where our histories and art are honoured and preserved. We aim to elevate youth's artistic skills and education to foster future artists. We envision a world where black and brown communities control their histories and narratives by reclaiming the power of their stories through the arts. $10 per pop sold will go to Colour Compton, so I'd like to think that this one won't become a freebie in the future. We're sticking with our Funko Shop exclusives, guys, but we're now moving on to anime. I did pick up the Funko Shop exclusive Armored Chopper, the common version. And now I missed this when it dropped on FunkoEurope.com. It actually came out before the US, and I think I was still asleep when it came out. I think it was like 8 AM on one morning. I honestly don't remember the date. The Armored Luffy has just recently dropped on Funko US. I don't know if we're going to get it on Funko Europe. I mean, I'm filming this, guys, on Friday morning. You're seeing it obviously on Sunday. so maybe it would have dropped by the afternoon. If it has, I'll obviously put a comment below, because then what I'm saying wouldn't kind of make sense, right? But yeah, Armored Chopper didn't get this. I was told like it went like that, and I imagine when Armored Luffy does eventually drop, it will be the same, just like that. A click of the finger, selling out very, very quickly. The One Piece Funko Pops, very, very popular. I did recently get the Goldie Rogers Chase and Common combo. Very, very cool. There's a link to that video if you guys did want to check that out. But yeah, Armored Chopper, such a cool looking figure. They've done all this armored versions. I've literally this morning just finished the Alabasta arc, so that should tell you guys where I am. So I have no knowledge of what this armored thing is all about. I'm assuming it is for a specific arc, because we're getting more and more armored figures. I actually grabbed it from a guy from a Facebook group, Funko Anime UK, I think it's called. I put a link to the Facebook group down below if you guys did want to see it. A lot of talk about anime pops, sales, purchases, etc, etc. But yeah, such a cool pop, and happy to add it into the collection. And our fourth and final Funko Shop exclusive is the Saname Shinazagawa figure from Demon Slayer. And there he is, guys. This figure is so cool. Saname, a very popular character, the Wind Hashira. I was actually surprised I did manage to get this, because I was told that the figure was incredibly popular and it like sold out very quickly. Yet I was actually at the gym when the figure dropped, so I had like no knowledge it was coming or anything like that. And I came out the gym maybe at like 6:30, 7 p.m. and it was still on there, and I managed to grab it. Whereas I know in Funko US it definitely sold out just like that. But I was told it sold out here in the UK, but I got mine, and I got it with the Funko Shop exclusive sticker as well, because I know a lot of the restocks in the US have been with that special edition sticker. But yeah, guys, such a cool figure there with his katana, that kanji on the back. I honestly don't really know what it says. We've then got his sheath, and then a bunch of like scars and wounds, the blood there on the arm, because this is the point where he's like cut his arm and he's trying to get Nezuko to feed off of his blood. If you guys were wondering, the all of the Hashira pop, in fact all of the Demon Slayer pops they're releasing, even though this may be like the second or even third wave, they're still from the very first season. So we still have what, Shinobu, Tenzen, and Obiyani, is that his name? I think they're the last 3 Hashira that they need to release, and then we will probably start getting season 2 pops if Funko does have the license, which I would imagine they do. But yeah, this one's still really cool. Happy to get it and add it to that ever-growing Demon Slayer collection. Season 3 or 4, depending on which way you look at it, is Mugen Train Season 2, and then Entertainment District Art Season 3. Whichever way comes very, very soon. I cannot wait. Final anime figure, guys, and I've added another exclusive Jujutsu Kaisen figure to my collection. I picked up the Books A Million exclusive Mahito. And like any anime figure, they just look so good. The detail that goes into them is really, really cool. I'm not sure if Mahito is such a popular character. Like, in these animes, you've always got a popular villain, right? But I don't know if Mahito really gets it. I find him like a cool villain. It's just what I've seen on the web and things. But this is him with one of his powers. But to be perfectly honest, if you guys watch the Jujutsu Kaisen video where I unbox most of the pops, apart from a few exclusives, as I said in it multiple times and in other videos as well, I really need to go back and watch season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen before season 2 does drop finally this year, right? Season 1 dropped back in 2020. I need to actually watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but I understand it is a prequel movie as well. So I can really like catch up on everything on who's who, what was going on, etc, etc. But yeah, Mahito, still a cool figure. The scarring there, the blind eye, like I said, the power with those chains. Yeah, just a really sick looking figure. And the final few pops we've got to show off, guys, are newly released WWE Funko Pops, starting off with Bianca Belair. Oddly enough, even though it's from the new wave, we still have an older wave of figures on the back. And this is actually the second Bianca Belair figure to release. I think the first one had her in purple gear. This is her in red and black gear, which is actually from WrestleMania 38 last year. She's kind of got the like boob tube style thing, is like the kiss lips, right? That we like synonymous with her entrance, and the rest is like black and red, of course, with the long ponytail. Gold boots, of course, I didn't mention. But yeah, we also have the EST there, very, very cool, in the hair in yellow with other red accents that go along the ponytail as well. Yeah, just a really cool figure. It says, what does it actually say there on the back? I'm trying to say Becky's kiss. I think that's what it says on the back, right on her bum cheeks. But yeah, I guess because she actually fought Becky at WrestleMania, right, and won the title. So she's held it for a year, defending it against, is she defending it against Asuka? I think so. I think it's Bianca and Bianca and Asuka at WrestleMania 39 in what, 1 month's time, I think, for April 1st and 2nd, if I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, pretty cool figure. They've even done the little like curls at the top of like where a hairline is, if there is like a more specific term for that. I don't know. I mean, guys, I don't really have hair, only really on my face, not on my head. Yeah, let's just stop talking. And move on to the next figure, which is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, the back of this does have some newly released figures. We have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as well as Rhea Ripley, if you guys can see there. But she actually sold out on Funko Europe. These, like all of these WWE purchases came from Funko Europe. But yeah, Rhea Ripley sold out. I guess she is a really popular character at the moment, though, challenging Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. And I think she may still be in stock on Pop Culture, but I'm sure she'll come back into stock at some point or into stores, etc. I don't think she'll be a particular difficult pop to get hold of. But here we go, guys. This is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It is such a cool looking pop, but yeah, it was like this really weird time for WWE with these gimmicks where he like actually was this fire-breathing dragon, right? And like his run was very... like, I guess the look was memorable, but the run itself was not memorable at all, especially considering he was like a legend, right, from the 80s. Was he even in the 70s? Like, a lot of the great stuff he did was actually before my time, and I must say I haven't gone back to watch too much of it, but I certainly have fond memories of his match at WrestleMania 3 versus Macho Man Randy Savage, considered one of the best intercontinental title matches of all time. But I do have to say, this look is still amazing. I do remember it from my childhood and still kind of enjoyed it. Obviously didn't appreciate like who and like what Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was back in that day, but I did love the outfit, the dragon headdress, almost kind of got the wings or like I guess it is wings with like a tail at the back as well, holding the fire. He of course used to breathe fire or like spit out alcohol, whatever it was, and then just he almost looks like an anime character to an extent, right? Such a cool look. I always remember owning the Hasbro figure of this as well. But yeah, so cool, and happy to add it to this just enormous ever-growing WWE collection. And the final figure to show off, guys, is a bit of a deluxe with two figures. If you hadn't guessed it, it is the WWE. I mean, what do they call these? It's just Pop WWE. It's kind of like a moment, essentially, right? Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12. And this was from their legendary 60-minute Iron Man match, or maybe 62 minutes, if you listen to what Bret Hart said after that. But yeah, legendary match. They wrestled for 60 minutes, time limit draw, and then, of course, they restarted the match, and Shawn Michaels ended up winning within a couple of minutes with 2 Sweet Chin Musics to win his first ever, I guess it was WWF at the time, like WWE World title. The boyhood dream has come true for Shawn Michaels, as Vince McMahon did say. Yeah, the ring features that kind of classic WrestleMania logo look, and then the like ring mat inside does have the WrestleMania 12. I don't know if that was the correct logo. I'd have to go back. It's been an age since I watched that match. But yeah, legendary match. I was and still am a huge Bret the Hitman Hart fan. Here he is. This was kind of at the announcement stage when they're announcing the two competitors standing in the ring, because Bret had his glasses on his head. I think he winked to someone in the crowd, if I'm not mistaken. You know, the jacket is already off. He's got the full-on black ring gear, the heart there. Just so cool. And then, as I said as well, Shawn Michaels here in his white gear. I think they did release, I'm pretty sure I've got it, the pop where he's almost like in his full like entrance gear with, I don't even know what you would call it, it was like some really fancy shiny jacket. He came down from the rooftops as well. Here he is kind of in that normal kind of cocky pose to an extent, hair in the ponytail, white pants with the kind of silvery hearts and gold accents in there as well. Yeah, just a really cool pop, really cool moment. I still am a big HBK fan as well. I think they've got on a little bit at this time, but I do always remember Bret Hart saying in his book that after he had like relinquished the title to Shawn mentioned something along the lines to the referee to like get that expletive out the ring, "This is my moment," which I think Bret got annoyed about, and that may have even been the start of like the downward spiral of their relationship before they finally made amends, like 2011, right? I think it was like 13, 14 years after that Montreal Screwjob, which came, around 18 months after this match. But yeah, really cool. I do love what they're doing with these WWE sort of in-ring moments. We've had the Rock and Austin at Raw, the Rock and Cena at WrestleMania 28, 27, can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. This one from WrestleMania 12, and then we do have Andre and Hogan from the very famous battle at WrestleMania 3. I think it's just been released. Target Con exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. And well, there we go, guys. I'm now caught up with my Funko Pop parcels. Until next time, which means that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys picked up recently? And as always, we have plenty more content on the way for you guys. I may have a bonus video tomorrow. Normally, we don't drop videos on Mondays and Thursdays, but I am waiting for my WrestleCrate UK mystery subscription box to come in, and if it does come in time, I will drop that in tomorrow's video. Otherwise, on Tuesday we begin our Mandalorian celebration. I'm opening up a case of Mandalorian mystery minis on Tuesday. We're then checking out the Mandalorian 1/4 scale Hot Toys, comes with Grogu as well, on Wednesday's video, and then on Friday's video I'm thinking maybe about doing those Star Wars sodas. Not too sure. More anime cards, tons more content to come, so make sure you guys stay tuned for all of it and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe. Hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.